Hey everybody, welcome to Yellow Dog Farm. Today we're going to take a look at the fall garden. So we went ahead and decided to plant some bell peppers, jalapenos, and also some tomatoes. Those are Roma tomatoes, and we're going to use that for a salsa. So I just have, I first germinated them in these little plastic cups, and I only have 2 of them left to plant. But you can see that the pepper plants are really coming up there. They're booming right along. And I don't know if you can see, but there's the start of a pepper right there. Oh, it looks like it got eaten by something. And we're getting flowers on it, so I'm pretty excited about that. These Romas are just really going gangbusters. I've just run twine around them to keep them from falling over, but they've got little blooms all over them, so pretty darn excited about that. And if I'm not mistaken, that's a little tiny tomato starting to form right there, so that's all coming along really well. I'll be pleased to see how it all turns out here. I think we're going to have to put some diatomaceous earth down to keep the bugs away from those peppers. We'll see. This is what's left of the cucumbers. They didn't grow all that well, although when I say they didn't grow all that well, I got 15 to 20 cucumbers out of it. And then here's our other raised bed, and you can see the herbs are just growing like crazy. So that's basil, and growing really well. So I've got 6 plants of basil. And I harvested the rosemary over there the other day, so made 2 small jars of rosemary. So anyway, this is doing okay. And then the last thing that's left for the fall are these loofahs, and they're still just growing like crazy. It's still pretty warm here. I mean, it was in the 90s last week, so I mean, it's growing, and I mean, I've got gourds all over the place, so these things are just spewing gourds. Here's another one here, and there's another one down below there. 2 of them actually. So I probably got another 15 or 20 gourds that are just growing on these trellises. I mean, it's all over the place. It's no wonder that they blew over in the hurricane. So pretty darn excited. This one looks like this is what they look like when they're ready to harvest. They're nice and dark brown like that, and that one's ready to go. So they don't pick off of there easily. I'll have to come back with my knife and get it. But they're all coming along really well. So I'm really happy to look at that big sucker. So lots of them out there. And we'll go ahead and turn those into sponges here in the near term. So our little experiment worked. I mean, it wasn't all that tricky when you know, it's in the high 80s and low 90s in October in order to be able to grow produce like this. So we'll see how that goes. And then in the flats, I've got parsley, dill, and lettuce. So I'll see if I can't get some lettuce to pop up as well. And that's supposed to grow in the cooler climates. In fact, I couldn't even germinate it last week. It was so hot. So we'll get all this going, and we'll see how it goes as we go into the fall.